you guys this evening, and if you hear stuff in the background, Alex is playing a video game and River is eating her dinner. Well, her dessert, technically. She's got cookies, baby cookies. Yes. Sorry if this is wobbly. I'm trying to hold the camera. I'm using my phone again. So I have a review of I Let You Go by Clare Mackintosh. This was another one of my online book club book picks for this month. I don't remember which one. I'll have the book club linked in the description too. So this is probably going to have spoilers. This is a thriller. What is on my... Okay. This is a thriller book. Obviously it's a book. Really, Shannon, obviously. So the premise is that you start reading it, and there's this one section about this mom and her kid pulls his hand out of hers and runs across the street and gets hit by a car and dies. And then, so that part is like the prologue bit, and then you start the book, and it alternates perspectives from this one lady, Jenna Gray, who has lost her kid, her son, and she can't handle it, and she moves and with no trace, and she's been gone for a year. It's been like a year since it happened. It starts out not that long, but that's when most of it takes place. And then the other perspective is from the police trying to catch whoever it was that ran over the kid. And from reading it, you think that Jenna is the one that's the mom to the kid that got ran over. Okay, so here's when the proper spoilers start. She isn't. And you find this out, right? It's cut into two chunks, and you find this out right as the second chunk starts. And, so that was a bit of a twist, but it wasn't that huge. When I was starting to read it, it says on the front, somebody blurbed, and it says, killer twist, something about a killer.
I think that was a twist.
And I'm thinking that from when I started reading it, I'm thinking the twist is going to be the person that ran over the kid is the kid's father. Okay, so we get to the second half of the book, and at this point I'm enjoying it, but it's kind of slow paced, so I'm kind of like, eh. Well, we get to the second part of the book and find out Jenna is not the boy's mom. She is getting arrested for running over the boy. So I'm thinking I was wrong, it wasn't his father, blah blah blah. But the way she's saying and stuff, I'm thinking she wasn't actually driving, she was in the passenger seat, and she had like an abusive boyfriend or something driving, or she was driving but he didn't let her stop or something like that. You're fine. I'm just recording. Turns out by the time you get to the end of it, yes, abusive husband on her part. He was driving. What had happened to her son was she was pregnant and he punched her and she lost the baby. The really big twist is that the kid that got ran over is also his son, and he didn't like have it wasn't premeditated that he was going to run him over, but they happened to be there and he saw him and he's like just went for it and ran him over. And yeah, it was definitely a twist, and it was pretty shocking, and I was really surprised. It turned out pretty decent in the end. Jenna's got a new boyfriend and she's happy, and the bad guy's name is Ian. He got pushed off a cliff and died, but we never found his body, and that he might not have actually died. If he actually did or not, I don't think he did. But yeah, that's what happens. It, like I said, it was a really big twist. It surprised me, which I'm always impressed when I get surprised by what happens in the end. I did really enjoy this. Like I said, it was kind of slow paced at first, but once you got to the second part, it sped up a little bit, and I really really enjoyed it. Excuse me, I just had hot chocolate, so I'm like burping. I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend this one. I'm reading another book by this author now, and I'm enjoying it too. So, if you've read this, leave me questions, comments, opinions down in the description bar. I'd love to see them, talk about this book with you. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!